What's up, gamers, YouTubers? You see the video here, basically making a video about how both xBots and ponies, the fanboys on both sides, are both hypocrites on this gaming conference thing. For those people who don't know, there are three major gaming conferences. There's E3, that's held in North America, in the US, in Los Angeles actually. There's Gamescom, which happens in Germany, usually happens in, August, usually August. And then there's TGS, or Tokyo Gaming Show, which Tokyo happens in Japan. And that's usually around September. So, those are considered the Grand Slams, the big three, whatever you want to call them. And both sides normally acknowledge that. In this particular year, though, it's kind of funny. Both xBots and PlayStation fanboys, xBots and ponies, Xbox fanboys, PlayStation fanboys, are both being hypocrites on this particular issue. And I plan to bring up other issues where both sides are being hypocritical. Okay. When it was announced that Sony was not only not going to have a press conference at Gamescom, but wasn't even showing up, the Xbox fanboys claimed that this was unbelievably huge, and this is a megaton, Xbox has Gamescom all to itself, etc., etc. Meanwhile, the PlayStation fanboys suggested that, Gamescom doesn't mean anything. Hey, we already got Europe. Everybody knows PlayStation is the king of Europe, so it doesn't matter. Now, I'll even admit that I was part of that as far as the PlayStation fanboy. But but that it is what it is. Now, it's just come out, as you can see on the screen, that Microsoft is skipping the Tokyo Gaming Show. And now we're seeing the exact reverse from both fan bases. The Xbox fanboys are claiming Tokyo, Japan doesn't really matter as much. And the PlayStation fanboys are going in on the Xbox guys. Or at least the Xbox fanboys. And so you're seeing the exact reversal. You're seeing the exact same thing. Everybody just put on everybody else's shoes. And now they're walking around acting like they own them shoes forever. And if I can go a little bit deeper, which I want to, if you notice near the bottom, it'll say near the quote near the bottom, it actually says this year Microsoft will not exhibit the Tokyo Game Show, but we are making various preparations to deliver the latest Xbox news to fans and media. We will provide an update as soon as we can. So they're not going to be at Tokyo Game Show, the actual show, but they're planning on doing something aside from Tokyo Game Show. And Xbox fanboys are getting out in force, letting people know, no. PlayStation fanboys aren't saying that part of the story. They're just talking about how they won't be at the show itself, but they're going to have their own thing. And PlayStation fanboys aren't acknowledging that. They're lying and all this other stuff and blah, 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 blah. But let's go back for a second. Let's go back. When PlayStation announced they wouldn't be at Gamescom, they also said, we're going to show something later on in Paris. There's a Paris gaming show that happens the last week of October, and they plan to show at Paris's Gamescom. Paris's gaming show, I think it's what it's called. Okay? Now, Xbox fans said, most Xbox fans wouldn't even acknowledge that. The ones that I saw. Some of them did. But even when they did, they said, well, Gamescom is way bigger than Paris Gaming Show. But now, when we look at this, Microsoft skipping Tokyo Game Show, we all know whatever Microsoft is going to do in Japan is not going to be as big as Tokyo Game Show. Just like what PlayStation is doing with Paris Game Week isn't going to be as big as Gamescom. But all of that is made irrelevant because all of these events, whether you're at TGS or you're doing your own thing like Microsoft, or whether you're at Gamescom and you're doing your own thing like PlayStation, they're all going to be streamed over the internet, people, which means we'll all be able to catch all the information. This idea that somehow they're not going to be where the most people are in attendance is made completely irrelevant because we have the internet. And all of these things, whether it's Gamescom, Paris Game Show, TGS, or Microsoft's whatever they're going to do, all of that will be broadcasted on the internet. So you can catch it. They'll probably put it on YouTube when it's done. Blah, blah, blah. Everybody knows this. So this idea that, man, you're not showing up to this event as if we can't get you, there's no way for us to give you news otherwise unless you show up to the, come on, man. I'm calling out both fanboys on this, okay? And so everybody is on both sides of this issue. If you were arguing before, you know what I mean? You're now arguing against now. If you were arguing, you know, against, previously arguing against, now you're arguing for. You know, it's all over the place. So I'm calling all the Xbox fanboys, all the PlayStation fanboys, including myself, because I was the one trying to defend Gamescom, like, you know, PlayStation still owned Europe, which is technically true. But the more I think about it, the more I'd like to see them show off as many places as possible. I'm a PlayStation guy. I want to see them show off as much as possible. I want them to be at E3, Gamescom, Paris Show, TGS, have their own show, which I think they're doing. Like, I still think they're doing a PlayStation experience. I'm not sure if it's in Vegas like last December, but they are. I think they're still doing that. But I want to see them everywhere, absolutely everywhere. You know what I mean? So, and I want to see what Microsoft does too. I'm a PlayStation fan, but I'm still a video game fan. I want to see what they present too. I want them to be everywhere. Gamescom, TGS, their own shows, Paris, France, Germany, you know, Siberia. I want them in every games place. So anyway, let me know what you think. Comment down below. Rate, comment, subscribe, whatever. If you agree with me, holla. If you don't agree, holla back. All right. I'll get back at you at a later time. And peace.